Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Jerry's Tree, a place many of us have become quite familiar with. But do you notice anything different about it, other than the fact that it's in sort of a new world? No? Well, we've been hard at work, but not on the tree, under it. So why don't we go and take a look at what's going on? So, for the past couple of weeks, the good folks over at Blockworks, who have handled all the Mayanite builds and whatnot, have been working very hard on something beneath the tree. So up until now, I've always done my mod videos and my command block creation videos on just a randomly generated map that I make whenever I'm going to check out whatever I'm doing. But I thought it would be very cool to make a dedicated facility, specifically for taking a look at mods and creations like that. So why don't we take a look down at what's beneath Jerry's Tree? Build a tree, they said. It would be fun. They said that's been there for a while, except build a cave, they said. It would be fun, they said. Now, in ultra-modded survival, this is just a thing that leads to a strip mine, but I think we may have something a little bit more special down here now. Would you look at that? Welcome to what I shall refer to as Jerry's Laboratory. Jerry's underground scientific testing facility. Look at this. So what we have here is a place where from this point forward, we'll be testing out different mods, we'll be testing out different command block creations, whatever is interesting of different scientific principles and capacity that would make sense to check out down here, we'll be doing. So I thought I'd give you guys a little tour so you can get a preview of what's going on. And this is only the beginning. As we keep on doing things here, we can continue to expand, add new cool stuff. There may even be some hidden red. Hit the button and start the descent into Jerry's Laboratory Scientific Testing Facility, whatever we want to actually call it officially. I was thinking Jerry's Laboratory, but you can let me know. I think that's what we'll call it for now, at least for the title of this video. And yeah, unless a strikingly better name comes about. Maybe instead of CERN, we can name it Jern for Jerry. I don't know what the rest of CERN stands for, but... Alright, so it's broken into several different sections here. So you can see the shooting section over there. We've got the test arena over in that area, but right now we're just going to walk into the main center area. So this, well, it's got the insignia on it, as you can see. Very beautiful. May as well have it there for branding's sake. And in this area, we've got some cryogenic chambers around the outside. So if we're doing anything that requires examining any animals, mobs of any sort, we can store them here in these chambers while we figure out how to test them out or something like that. I guess we'll have to figure it out as we go and see what sort of different mods and experiments we have to check out. All the chests are empty at the moment, but they'll be stocked, you know, as needed during our experiments. So you see the middle area here. Now why don't we move on into the test arena? So let's take the catwalk on over there. You also notice that we've got the whole catwalk orbiting the main area that you can observe from as we were walking on at the start. That's where the elevator goes up to, which we can take back up if we want. It works both ways, which is super cool. So the arena is something I specifically requested because I figured we're going to be doing lots of experiments for different mobs and such. So in order to be able to do that effectively, I figured we should have a dedicated place to spawn them and do whatever it is that we end up deciding to do, whether it be fighting them, taming them, hugging them, who knows. It's got some awesome stadium lights coming in, which is super cool, and it's just a place where we will hopefully have the ability to test lots of stuff, and maybe we'll be able to build in some automated spawning mechanisms to be able to fight off any mobs, test any weapons that we may get our hands on, test any traps, that sort of thing. Pretty versatile stuff. We can do pretty much whatever we want with this arena, and I'm excited to see what it may have to offer. So with the arena out of the way, why don't we move back on into the center, and from there we'll head off into a different area. Why don't we head on into the shooting department? So right now, the shooting department, its main use would be if we were to test some ranged weapons, for example, bows and arrows, that sort of thing. We want to test the accuracy, how powerful they may be. So we've got a set of targets over here. And I don't know, we could stand here, that would give us a little bit of a blind challenge, but I was thinking a little bit better might be to stand right behind these barriers over here and then just do our best to try to hit the center of each of the targets in order to test any ranged weapons we might get our hands on. So this is the shooting area, and again, may get some more cool interactive redstone-y elements implemented as time goes by. Like I said, the whole lab is going to be an ever-expanding thing. So it's not set in stone here. There's, as you can see, plenty of empty space, not only to be able to add new areas, but also to expand the current ones and, you know, make some pretty cool features part of them. So finally, let's head on over to one more area. It's sort of another arena type thing. It's not labeled anything specifically, so, you know, it'll allow us to pretty much do whatever we want with it. So that's down on over this way. Again, we can follow the nice path and head on over here. So I'm sure we'll figure out exactly what we'll use this place for, despite the fact that it's not labeled specifically. But we do have this. It looks like more of a lab kind of. It's not so much an arena as sort of a central examination chamber sort of thing, right? Like you might summon a mob in here and then use all these computer sensor looking things to explore its vitals, perhaps. Sounds a little bit invasive, potentially, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in the name of science. So there we go. Those are the main components of version 1.0 of Jerry's Laboratory. We've got a few air vents because, you know, we may generate some pretty hazardous, noxious fumes as we do our experiments. We probably don't want to suffocate ourselves. You'll notice we've got like a vent over there with water coming in. Got to have a water supply, so that takes care of that. And then like a vent over in that department. In fact, I could probably just use my super duper flight abilities so that we can take a look. The lights are also super friggin' cool. Look at these things that we got installed. The Blockworks guys, they went all out purchasing the latest in modern lighting technology. As you can see, despite the fact this is all underground, it's actually lit up pretty well. We've got our vents up in here to let out any noxious gas that may be generated, and yeah, it's all, you know, despite being underground, it's fairly lit up, which is pretty cool stuff. So with that said, using my flying powers to get around probably would have been helpful to use them from the beginning, but you know, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to putting this thing to use. Thought I'd give you a tour at first, but you know, in the future, once again, we'll be using this to host all sorts of different video experiments. So hopefully you'll look forward to it. And once again, this is Jerry's Laboratory. We should have a time lapse for the build coming soonish. Can't give you an exact date on that, but I do know the Blockworks guys will be hard at work on it. So anyway, a big thanks to them for all the effort they put into this place, and hopefully we'll be able to get its full worth in scientific experiments, and hopefully we'll be able to see some super duper pretty cool hidden features as time goes by. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, a rating would be super duper very much appreciated. Maybe we could go for like, I don't know, let's see, 67 likes in the name of Jerry and his new laboratory. So pretty cool stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you're excited for what's to come. And I think that's going to do it for now. So on that note, without further ado, I'm going to take the elevator back up as we depart the laboratory. And I guess we'll see it another day, won't we? All right. Farewell to Jerry's Laboratory for now. And I'll see you next time.